Hi there, Mr. Graves here. We're going to talk about some old school communication and see where it's taken us. Okay, so what I want you to notice first is in this sample letter that I've got typed up here, it's broken kind of down into sections. Okay, so this first one is your information. Okay, it's got your name, it's got your address, got your email address in case they want to respond to you by email, and it's got the day's date, right? So that's the first section. That we call your return address. Okay. Now, the next block here you're going to see is the name and the address and information of the person you're sending it to. Okay. So, you would have the person's name, maybe their job, maybe where they work, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This is called, again, the inside address. Then the next section that you have is really simple, really short, really sweet. It's called the salutation. Okay, sometimes it's called a greeting. We're going to call it the salutation. Okay, and that's always going to be dear so-and-so. Okay, or to whom it may concern. And then the next part of your letter would be the body. Just like when you write something for a teacher, you're going to have like an introduction, you can have a conclusion. Well, this is the body. Okay, it's your actual message, right? Then your next section is what we call your closing. Okay, the closing is called, in this case, it's sincerely. It could be thank you very much. It could be my condolences. It could be hugs and kisses. That's probably going to be for like grandma or auntie or somebody like that, though. Okay, and then you're going to put your name typed down here. I know it's kind of strange that you would put your name down here and put your name up here, but oftentimes enough, that's what people do. If they don't, they would leave it off here. Yeah. So, again, let's recap that. Return address, inside address, salutation, body, closing, your typed name. Now, in between your closing and your typed name, if you're actually going to print this out and send it, in this spot right here, you would sign your name. So this would have your signature. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, a couple of things that you might want to note is in between each of these sections, mostly, you're going to hit the enter or the return key 2 times so that you create an extra line of space. Okay. So enter and return twice here, 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 but not here. Here you're going to hit the enter or return key 4 times, just so you know. Why? Because 2 times is not enough for you to have enough room to sign your name for most people. Okay? All right, now, so down on the next page, what I'm going to need for you to do is I'm going to need for you to take the words that I just mentioned, and I'm going to need for you to write those in the box next to the section that matches up with those. So this one you might have to write on its side because I just kind of didn't have enough space over here to put it. Okay, so on your sheet, go ahead and take those words and put them in the right boxes. Sound good? Okay, now when you finish with that, we're not quite done. So what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to go down and you're going to send me an email. Now here's the thing. Emails are made very similar to letters. And here's what I want you to notice that's different about them, okay? So the first thing is this is, since we don't have a lot of space and it's not exactly the same, this here is going to be kind of like your inside address. Okay, so this is the person you're sending it to, okay? And their email information, right? When you type their email information, you may not see their name, you may just see their email address. Okay, now this is a really cool thing that you don't put on letters. You put them in emails. And what it is, this is not the message. This is really important. What you're doing here is you're doing a really considerate thing because you're telling them, hey, this is what the message is about, so that they can decide whether they need to read it now or whether they can afford to wait to read it later. Okay, so this is called the subject line. This is the subject of your message. This is not your message. Okay? Now the rest of this is pretty much the same. So you've got your salutation, you're going to hit enter or return a couple times, you're going to type your message, you're going to hit enter or return a couple times, you're going to do your closing, you're going to hit enter or return 4 times. Now granted, you're not going to sign this, but some people actually do have an electronic signature. So that's why you would still hit return 4 times. And then you're going to make sure that you have your typed name down here. Okay? When you finish, really, really important, don't forget to hit the send button. Okay? And that's all that I have for you. Okay? So we'll get those papers to you guys, and we'll get a chance to get those emails going. And your email, please tell me about you. And again, we'll go over tomorrow today how to work with email. All right? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.